36,000 students in 70 different schools in 9 different communities. We have 4,600 employees and a budget of more than $400 million. We are one of the largest organizations in the Windsor-Essex region. It can be very challenging and very rewarding. We work hard every day to provide one of the best public education systems anywhere, and we are very concerned with the safety and well-being of our students. In fact, we sum it up in one line: building tomorrow together, every learner, every day. Our mission is to support and nurture confident learners, to engage our communities in meaningful ways, and to use our resources with ethical stewardship in mind. Each year, through our operational plan, we set goals and evaluate the successes of those goals from the previous year. We are very proud of the work that we do in Greater Essex, and this short video highlights a number of great things that have happened in the 2016-17 school year and the amazing people that made those things happen. In an effort to improve overall student achievement, we've identified 2 factors that we know are very important: early intervention and professional development in the areas of mathematics and literacy for teachers. And these strategies are starting to show results. I'm here at Northwood talking to students about the Empower program. So, Amro, I hear you're a good reader, and I hear you know the strategies. Can you tell me what strategies that the Empower program has taught you?
Sounding out, rhyming strategy, peeling off, valor, and supply strategy.
And what do those help you with?
Help me reading, writing, and math.
Excellent. Now, Alexis, can you tell me a little bit about how Empower has helped you with your reading?
It's helped me with my reading because sometimes in class when we're doing math problems on our own, I don't understand the words, so I use Empower strategies.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to your teacher, Mr. Craig, here, and he, I guess he's got to see students really succeed with the Empower program. So can you tell me just a little bit about what it feels like to see a student make gains in the Empower program?
It was very rewarding. Often when the students come at the beginning of the program, I've noticed that they lack self-confidence and they don't feel like they have the strategies they need, so there's a lot of guessing in the first place. But as they develop their understanding of the strategies, we see their confidence grow. We see a reduction in the amount of guessing, and they become much better readers, especially reading words that have multi-parts, that are complicated. They can attack those words now with the Empower strategies.
How has the Empower program assisted you in gaining a different understanding of reading instruction?
Well, it's helped because I understand that not all learners learn the same way. So for students that the traditional means aren't necessarily effective, the Empower strategies really give them a toolbox of strategies they can use, teaches them to be flexible, and their confidence is growing. So it's a real win for them.
How do you see students using the strategies outside this classroom?
Well, the program is a spelling and decoding program, and some of the feedback I've got from the teachers is that the students' written work is improving, that they're able to sound out or use other strategies to make written work that is able to be read, able to be understood, is becoming more sophisticated.
I'm at Eastwood, and there's a lot of excitement about mathematics. And Yara, can you just tell me a little bit about why you like learning mathematics?
Why I like learning mathematics is because we got to use like tools and stuff to show how we do our thinking, and so we could I guess show why we're thinking that. It's a 14 by 9 array. It shows how you can find a different way to show 14 times 9, and you can split it into different parts so it's more easier, so you can make them into groups and then add all those groups up, and then it would get you your answer.
Great. And Courtney, what are you doing over there? Tell me about what you're representing and learning over there.
Right now I'm working within integers using integer chips. So I was up here, I did -2 was my number. So then I had to come up with different ways to create -2. So I did +2 plus -4 equals -2. -2, and then I did -1 plus -1 equals -2. Now I'm working with 0 and using my 0 principles within algebra.
So do the manipulatives help you?
Yeah, it's a lot easier because when you're doing like worksheets and something, you don't just have to visualize it or draw it out. It's just more efficient to like build it, and it's more easier to understand.
Thanks, Courtney. And Amanda, there's a lot of excitement about mathematics here at Eastwood. So can you tell me about what the focus is at the school?
Sure. Right now, in the last 2 years, we've been really focusing on building our conceptual understanding of math through the use of concrete materials. We had to work a lot on increasing our productive disposition. The kids needed to see math from a fun perspective and be ready to just dig in and try things out. And working through that piece, they now understand how important it is to know why we're doing the math that we're doing rather than just doing the paper pencil work.
They know that they can use algebra tiles, integer chips, they can use cubes for a variety of things, and it has just caused the kids to flourish in their academic success.
It's my pleasure to be at Talbot Trail today to talk about Lexia, which is an intervention reading program that we're using and having good success with. So I thought I'd start off by asking the students, Potty, what do you like about Lexia?
If you didn't know how to read before, now you can do reading because Lexia helps you with your spelling and reading.
So, Elaf, what motivates you about Lexia? What helps you keep going with it?
Before I wasn't really good at reading, but now I'm actually really good at reading. Before I never really understood how to do rhyming, but now I keep doing it. Last year I started Lexia. I wasn't really at a high level because before you start Lexia, you do a little challenge. Yeah. I started from level 1, but this year I started from level 9.
Wow.
And then this year I'm really happy about it because last year I wasn't really high level.
Sounds like you're doing very well. I'm just going to ask your teacher what she thinks about Lexia, because I mean, as a teacher, it can really improve your understanding of reading instruction and can really make you think deeply about this.
Well, I just feel that the students are so engaged in this program, and so it offers that great component, but also there's so many other things that Lexia provides. There's the Lexia lessons, so I'm able to provide that intervention for those students as they need it. So I know right away if they're struggling with something, I can support them. And Lexia provides these great lessons in these really concise areas of reading that I might not have thought of before, or I might not have been aware that that was their need. So I know that almost in real time, and I can offer that support right away.
One thing I noticed when I was visiting Talbot Trail was the collaboration with other teachers in the building. Can you talk a little bit about that?
For sure. It's been a great team approach here. We can sit down at the table and have lots of great student data that gives us lots and lots of information about what their reading skills, what decoding skills they have, and what their needs are. So we can really think together, including our learning support teacher, and say, okay, what can we do to support these particular students? And it gives us a common language to look at and say, okay, well, we can see these are the areas that they need.
And is it making a difference for students?
I think so. I think we've got 2 success stories here. We've seen some students make tremendous gains. We've seen some students who plateaued for a long time, and then what I think is from Lexia, we're able to leave that plateau and start improving. So I think it's a great component to our literacy program.
Windsor-Essex is one of the most diverse regions in this province. We work hard in Greater Essex to ensure that our students feel safe and that they feel welcome. We also work hard to ensure that there's equal opportunities for our students to be successful. And there are some great examples happening here at Westview Freedom Academy. I'm here with Jay, and we're going to talk about the Opportunities for Learning and Success program. Jay, I know that you're in that program. Tell me a little bit about what opportunities or things it's providing for you.
Well, it is providing me to get all my credits before at grade 12, so I can go to college, university on time, and I won't be held back and have to come for a 5th year.
So who's helping you with that? How's that built in so that you're successful?
Well, I have my teachers like Miss Scott, Miss Loback, and all of them helping me with my work and all that to get there and get me up there and get all my credits done, make sure I'm organized and I can work at my own pace. They help me with that too. Where
do you see yourself going after this? I mean, it sounds like you've got some goals and that you have some things that you want to do with your life. Tell us about where you'd like to see yourself.
I see myself getting all my credits, doing amazing in all these. I just feel like I'm going to be going to like university after this, and I'm going to be going on time, so that's going to be good. And I'd be getting my business degree and all that, so that sounds good.
I understand this is the first year of the program, of the OLS program at Westview, and I understand that there's some new opportunities being provided to students here.
Our students have the opportunity to work on both full and credit recovery courses using the independent learning model. So students are able to work at their own pace within the classroom. At the beginning of the semester, we set an action plan for each of the students, and then we set specific targeted goals throughout the semester to ensure that they experience academic success. I think one of the keys of the program so far has been that we set high expectations for the students, and they've certainly proven that they can rise to the challenge and experience success in the classroom.
Can you tell me a bit about some of the successes that students have had to date?
Well, there's been a lot of different components of our program. One of the components is that we are striving to get the students involved in the school and the community. One of the ways that we've done that is by attending field trips where we explore different pathways for the students after graduation. We also have the students volunteering in the community. We went on an awesome field trip to the community kitchen where we had our students help to prepare meals for the Meals on Wheels program. So I think that was a very valuable experience for the students, and they can take that experience back into the school and strive to get involved in the school as well in different ways.
Hi, Stefan. As a director, I'm always really proud of what we do in equity and inclusion and the work that we do to make a positive difference for students. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the things that you think that we're doing to include and make people understand the value of difference?
One of the things that I think we have at this board is a very strong team. Our diversity officer, our Change Your Future counselors really come together to put forth a really strong effort around inclusion and diversity. One of the events that we had last year was the Blackness and Canadian Identity conference, where we hosted some 150 students, high school students mainly in grades 10 to 11. At St. Clair College, where they tackled some very difficult issues around identity, blackness within the context of Canadian society, within the context of media. And I think the students really, or at least for many of them, that would have been their first opportunity to have those types of discussions. And so having those discussions and then thinking about your outcomes and thinking about your position within kind of our school system is a really important one.
I had the pleasure of attending that and speaking at that. And one of the things that struck me about that event was the positive nature with which that was tackled. In other words, you talked a little bit about, moving beyond the way that people think about themselves and being positive and grateful. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I thought it was an excellent theme.
Absolutely. I think all of us as a team kind of take that approach in terms of looking at the opportunities that we've had within all of our context, specifically within this professional realm, getting students to think about opportunities that they have present in the environments that they're in. So thinking about their school context, teachers that they've come into context with, courses that they've had an opportunity to take, and looking at those as all opportunities and how they can use those opportunities to further themselves.
Can you comment at all on the role that you're presently playing in the board and how that's helping students understand equity and inclusion and difference?
Currently, I'm the re-engagement and alternative education teaching consultant, and then just looking, holistically kind of at our board and thinking about the students who, for whatever reasons are having a very difficult time throughout their high school, trying to take a look at themselves and where they're at and trying to move them forward within kind of the vision of our board and within kind of my own high expectations of where I'd like for those students to be in a year's time.
I'm here in Leamington with our first IB preparatory program students, and I just wanted to find out a little bit about why you decided to take the IB program. Anna?
Well, for me, it's a challenge, and it guarantees a better success in the future because the program allows me to get recognized by universities around the world.
And Connor, your thoughts?
Well, exactly what Anna said. I'm able to get a better view from the universities and colleges around the world, and it provides me with a challenge in high school.
Great. And Luke, what do you think about some of the component parts of the program and their uniqueness?
Well, I like that it makes you more of a citizen. You got to get a lot of hours to complete it, and it makes you learn about other cultures and stuff.
Great. And what are some of the other things that you think are unique in the program?
Well, it's a higher level of learning, but you get to be a normal kid. It's not like I'm going to take over your life right now and you don't get to do anything else. You get to still do sports teams, you still do clubs, and you still get this amazing opportunity for your future.
And do you think it's going to give you a chance to see the world a little differently?
Oh, yeah, I think it will, with the international theme, global mindedness, I guess.
This is Lisa Jeffrey, our coordinator for the IB preparatory program. And Lisa, can you tell me a little bit about what you think that students will achieve in this program?
Well, we have highly trained staff, and what they've done is they've, through their training and their preparation of course outlines, have looked ahead at what students will be encountering in the diploma program when they're in grade 11 and 12, and they've designed our own program to set them up for the best possible success in the diploma program.
Do you see any payoff for staff in terms of what kind of energy it's been able to create at the school?
Absolutely. So the staff involved in the IB program are basically mid-career, and we have all that we have all of the experience with developing best teaching practices, and we know how our students thrive in different learning situations, and yet we still have the enthusiasm and the drive to be very engaging, and they're so excited to have professional development and to become better teachers overall.